All right, question number 4, find the requested value. And again, we've been given a piecewise function here, and we're asked to find the value of our function when the x is 8. So find f of 8 for f of x equals 3x plus 5 if x is less than or equal to 0, f of x equals 4 minus 7x, if 0 is less than x, less than 7, so that means the x value has to be between 0 and 7, and then f of x equals x if x is greater than or equal to 7. Well, we know the drill, right? We're going to go ahead and for each piece of this piecewise function, we're going to take the value we've been given, plug it into our inequality, and see if we get a true or false statement. If we get a false statement, we're not going to use that piece. If we get a true statement, we know we are going to use that piece. So let's see what happens here. If we take the x value 8, plug it in, we're going to end up with 8 is less than or equal to 0. Is that a true statement? Is 8 less than or equal to 0? Nope, not true. So we know we are not going to be using this first piece here. How about the second piece? If we have 0 is less than x, but remember x is now 8, so 8 less than 7. Is this a true statement? Is this inequality true? Well, let's see. 0 is less than 8. That's certainly true. But how about this last piece here? 8 is less than 7. Well, this part of the inequality is not true, and so the entire inequality is not true. So we're not going to be using the second piece. And then lastly, we have x is greater than or equal to 7. Again, if we're going to plug in 8 for x, we have 8 greater than or equal to 7. How about this? Is this true? Yep, sure is. So we know we're going to be using this last piece of the piecewise function. So f of 8 equals, and all we're doing is taking this value, plugging it in, and seeing what we get. But because this is an x, it's all by itself, there's really not a lot of work to do here. We're just going to take this value of 8, plug it in, and what happens when we do that? Well, we get 8. There's nothing else. With these first two pieces, there are other things going on, right? We're adding, subtracting, multiplying our x by some factor. Here, in the last piece, it's just an x, so when we plug in our value, well, when we plug in 8, we just get back 8. So that's relatively straightforward. So when we find the requested value, f of 8, we get 8. I mentioned in the third question here on this practice test that you could take a look at practice test number 1, videos 48, 49, 50, and 51 for more practice. There questions just like these, finding the requested value of some piecewise function. So if you're still struggling with these, go ahead and take a look, certainly at question number 3 from this practice test, but also videos 48, 49, 50, and 51 of practice test number 1. All right, I will see you all at question number 5.